I strongly disagree with that because I think blacks and Latinos are very good at math.
Just because a couple people do low doesn't mean that the entire race does low. So that's just a matter of opinion. I feel very differently about that.
I believe that anyone could do anything if they try, and we're equal.
You guys can split up the work and then find the tallies at your table. All of you guys have 13 surveys at your table. I need to know how many 6th graders there were, how many 7th graders there were, how many 8th graders there were.
It was
Just
food.
add them up. Okay, then put 5th and 6th graders. 5th and 6th graders, 7th and 8th. And then eventually we're going to do something like this. We're going to add up all the totals and divide it by 39, because 39 people took the survey. And they'll say, okay.
I think the best thing that we can do is not look at it like an achievement gap, because it really has nothing to do with how African Americans and Latinos achieve or what they're capable of doing. So using these words and evaluating people by race in school sort of creates it. If we don't use it, then it wouldn't exist.
1A. For question 1, how many A's do you have? None. For question A, how many A's
do it like this.
How many A's do you have, Ashley?
As a math instructor, do you think math is a very important subject for students to learn? Why?
Yes, I think it's really important for them to learn mathematics and not for it not to stop them for doing some of the things that they want to do in life. And also it's just important that they be literate citizens as far as math goes. In this time, math is really, really important, and if you don't know it, you're locked out of a lot of things.
What are you using that calculator for?
Well, math has developed a cure for the world's most deadliest viruses.
And math is a valuable source of information. And if you know math, you pretty much can do anything.
Why was I trying to make sure that Aisha and all of my kids got algebra in the 8th grade? And what I was looking at was what was coming into play were these computers. So in the last part of the 20th century, the whole planet has really gone through this big change in its technology. And that's why algebra is so important.
Like, one way I think about math is like, you know, when you think about sports and you think about being good in a sport, like, so to be good in basketball, you just don't go out to the court and play, you know what I mean? You weight lift, you run around the track, you watch film, you do all these things to kind of build up your physical ability, your skill level, and your mental understanding of the game in order to do well. And then, so I think math in a lot of ways kind of helps you exercise your mind and, you know, encourages kind of your brain's development and your ability to kind of associate ideas, your ability to think critically, to be able to analyze things, to be able to problem solve.
What are you talking about? I bought everything on here. I don't believe it. I'm fine. 1, 2, 3. These are $2. This is $5. I bought it.
Hello, please. Yes, I have a little boy who needs feeling. Yes, please come. Thank you. Bye.
I don't know. I bought everything on the seat. Look. No, you didn't. Look.
Wait, well, let him finish talking.
I bought everything on the seat. I bought 4 nuts. It costs $1. This costs $1. This costs $2. 3 plus 2 is $5. I bought everything.
Well, that's what it says on the thing.
Nah, this is not right. right.
Well, who glasses are they?
Those are not, they belong to the store.
Why is it not on?
Those are, they belong to the store.
You know what? That's why math keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
In terms of, you know, being able to access certain positions in society, then you need to have a certain level of understanding or a certain mastery of facts and ideas and able to access those jobs or those things in society. And I think math is a barrier to that.
They don't have to give up anything about themselves to be high achievers or to do well in this subject where they're talked about in ways where it's assumed that they can't do that. So when they learn that, when they begin to understand that, we think that they're going to be equipped to better take control of their education, demand the kind of math education that they deserve, and that way they can use math to do whatever it is that they want to do in life.
I can show kids how to have fun with math, but at the same time learn it with the strategies I use from this program.
What I've accomplished in this program is a lot because I got to learn different things. I learned different kinds of math, like how to make different graphs. I learned how to use a camera. I also learned how to communicate differently with different people.
In the program YPP, we beat it in math class literacy. YPP. It's poppin', it's poppin', it's poppin', it's poppin'. YPP. It's poppin', it's poppin', it's poppin', it's poppin'.
I ain't want the things I wave a hat, gotta hear what we said, just hit the rewind.
Bucka. Ha. You know the deal. This is me, though. Beats by Supremo for all of my people, Negroes and Latinos.